Hey everyone, hey guys, doing Grugs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Yep, another Legion premiere. I had to. This knife is pretty baller, man. This is the SDOKEDC Hunter in DC53 Tool Steel. I am really excited. It is a high quality piece for the price. I think it's under 50 bucks. And I just want to thank the DeLucy company for sending me these knives because I got two of them. And I am just so excited to show you guys and gals what's coming. They should be in stock in Amazon in a week or so. Going to be a perfect gift for anybody, you know, for the holidays. This is really nice. Or, I mean, it's still hunting season. You guys can take this hunting. Okay. I know. I'm just excited and getting ahead of myself, as always. It's hot today, man, but I wanted you guys and gals to get a good look at this knife. So I have it in the sun. Hopefully I have it properly angled, you know, so that the shadows don't block anything. I really want everybody to see this knife for what it is. So, okay, what's everybody carrying? I showed this a little bit earlier today. This is a no-name brand bird and trout knife, okay? Supposedly 440C steel. Now, the company Throw Club is going to be sending me the exact same one, and apparently theirs is made out of 420C. However, this is what I decided I wanted to carry. I want to show everybody. Let me know what you guys got in the chat section or in the comment section. And let's go over the quick specs. Now, I tried to take off that handle because I really want to see the tang that's under there. But guys and gals, I couldn't. I don't know if they glued it on or what, but it's got Chicago type screws. And as I was trying to take this sucker off, the handle off, all I pictured was myself heading to the emergency room because I cut myself like a moron, you know? that's all I was kept on thinking about. I mean, I did really try to tug on that handle, and it just wouldn't come loose. Now, unfortunately, I don't have, since I moved down to Florida, I got rid of practically all my tools. You know, because of my health, I don't do anything. You know, I don't do, you know, heavy duty work. So, I sold all my tools back up north, you know, so I don't have like a vise or anything like that, and I definitely don't want to damage this knife. So what I'm going to do is ask DeLucy if they can get in touch with SDOKEDC and see if they can give me a picture of what's underneath this handle. And as soon as I find something out, I will let you guys know, okay? So I apologize for that. But again, I'm a little nervous about going to the emergency room. My fingers are already messed up, you know, over here and over here from getting cut, and I don't need another cut, and I don't need to cause myself stress. I digress. Let's go over the specs. Now, some of the specs, some of the measurements I took, but most of the measurements are on the Amazon site that you could take a look at. I took it directly from there, except for a few, you know, other specs here, being the handle width and thickness and the weight. Okay, so once again, this is the SDOKEDC Hunter in DC53 Tool Steel. The overall length is 10.1 inch. Blade length is 5.11 inch. Blade material DC53 steel. Blade hardness 60 to 61 HRC. Blade thickness 4.57 millimeters. Blade width 1.36 inch. Handle length 4.57 inch. Handle width 1.18 inch. Handle thickness 0.82 inch. Handle material G10. Weight 9.62 ounce. Sheath weight 4.76 ounce. Total weight 14.43 ounce. All right. Excited to show you this knife. Maybe, just maybe I can get an idea and show you guys possible width of the tang. So bear with me. So let's take first a look at this blade and the sheath before I get into showing you what I possibly think the width of the tang might be. But check it out, man. That's nice. This is a nice mid-size blade. Really, really nice. It is, I'm gonna say it's completely, well, maybe 99% flat ground, okay? That's a nice high secondary bevel. I'm trying to get that into light, okay? It's got that swedge for puncturing and penetration. That tip is a little on the thin side, but it is DC53 tool steel. Not to say that it wouldn't snap. So me personally, I would use this as a hunting knife rather than anything else. However, I'm going to test it out. You know, I'm going to do a little chopping, some batoning, etc. when the time comes. But I had to do a Legion premiere of this blade, and I want to show as much detail as I can to everybody, give you guys a really good idea if this is something that you want to get or not. All right. Hopefully this will not go out of focus, but I'm trying to get the light to show you all the grinds, all the angles. Just so nicely done. Okay. Almost 5 millimeters thick. Just beautiful. Okay, small logos here, SDOKEDC on one side, DC53 on the other. It is definitely a sharpening choil, but you really can't use it as a finger choil, so be aware. Now, let me just angle this up a little bit. You could see, I don't know if that's brass or not, but they added this piece right here, and then a guard, all right? And it's done so very well. Everything is so tight. The tolerances, I mean, like I said, I couldn't even take off this handle, and I do not have the proper tools for it. Then it's got this piece right here. I don't know if that's nickel or what. And then there's a red liner. I'm getting out of focus. I don't want to get out of focus. I want to be very detailed with this knife. So there's this, I think this is nickel silver, all right? So you have that brass, then you have the guard, then you have some kind of nickel silver, maybe. I don't know exactly what that is. Could be stainless steel. Then you have a red liner that goes all the way around. I mean, the fit and finish on this is top notch. Under 50 bucks, I mean, come on, man. There's the handle, and I think it's a, you know, a pretty thick stick tang right here. Okay. I mean, that is just really nice. Now, like I said, I tried to take these off. These are 2 Chicago screws. I tried to pull this off and I couldn't. And again, as I was pulling it off, I was doing this, trying to pull it off, and I just saw my hand slip in and cut and taking off a finger. Just not doing it, guys and gals, sorry. Just not gonna do it, but here you go. There's the design and texturing of the G10 handle right here, and it's, you know, it's hidden tang. It is a hidden tang here. It does have a lanyard hole. Now, at least I know that the tang goes at least up to here, so I'm not sure if the steel goes right up here. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna ask these guys if they could send me a picture for everybody. I know that this might stop a few people from buying this, but if you're gonna just use it as a hunting knife, man, I don't really think anybody needs to worry about, you know, this being full tang. But I understand your concerns, and hopefully these guys will get back to me as soon as possible, okay? Just one little mark over here, just a little mark, but no big deal for me. You know, again, I'm gonna be testing this out. So, like I said, I'm gonna be doing some light work. You know, in case you are an avid hunter and you're out there and you're using this knife and you need to make a little fire, etc., I think this still should do the job for you. But even though that tip is thin, it is DC53, we should be able to get into, you know, the sinew, the knuckles, the cartilage of the animal to get in there and cut everything. So I guess it's kind of coffin handle. Maybe not. Doesn't really look like, I mean, it doesn't have the coffin shape over here. However, it's, you know, it reminds me of a coffin type shape handle because it kind of flares out as it goes to the end. So there's no protruding tang, obviously, but again, lanyard hole. One of the most comfortable handles of a knife, okay? So you could hold it in any configuration, okay? And there will be no hot spots, there'll be nothing. Now, you could see how big this handle is, and you'll probably fit about 6 fingers here, all right? Just feels great. It just feels great. The spine is sharp, so it feels sharp at least. So maybe you could do a little scraping and scrape a ferro rod. However, I wouldn't, if you know, I outright own this or purchased it with my own money. Again, I would use this one as a hunter, and I would not use a ferro rod, you know, on here on this particular knife. However, since this is a sample that the Lucy and SDOKEDC sent me, I'm going to test it out. All right, so we'll see how it all works out. Very, very, very excited. Let's take a look at the sheath, because the sheath is another high quality sheath. These two items under 50 bucks, unheard of, man. All right, guys, Murphy's Law. My phone shut down because it got too hot in the sun. And in the garage, it's pretty hot. Let me just zoom out a tad here. Okay, and fix this because I want everything centered. But a beautiful sheath. Let me see if I can do it this way and get the sunlight. A beautiful sheath. One of my absolute favorite types. It's pancake style. It's got the rivets. It's got the holes. Plenty of versatility. It's got the leather type dangler with a snap. It's got the tech lock here. Perfect, man. Just a perfect sheath. Again, I'm trying to angle it so that the shadows don't overpower this. Beautiful, beautiful sheath. Let me quickly pop this in. Snap this first. It does fit really nice. There you go. Just really, really nice. Again, I'm doing this so I show you with the best possible lighting. All right, and then you can take this off, this leather belt loop right here, upright scout carry with this tech lock. Let me just open it up. All right, you've got the tabs that are adjustable or removable. Very, very versatile sheath here, okay? And no up and down play, no side to side play. The retention is really good, at least with this sample. It's not gonna come out anytime soon, you know? So extremely happy with the type of sheath that these guys came out with. Just really nice, man, just really nice. Take this out. Okay. You guys want it sharp, man. This thing is screaming out of the box sharp. Now, it's not too bad out here. It's not humid, it's just really, really hot. Let me see if I could show everybody. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Smooth. That's how sharp this blade is. Okay? I've never been, you know, disappointed with the higher end knives, with DC53 tool steel. Actually, even the low end stuff is pretty good. But this one is just exceptional in my opinion. Let's do a little whittling here. There we go. All right, so aside from being a hunting knife, ranch knife, or whatever, do a little bit of woodscraft work, right? So just an awesome piece for under $50. Holidays are coming. Gift this to somebody, man. There's nothing wrong with this as a gift. This is just beautiful, man. Beautiful, just a beautiful budget blade right here. And I don't know about you guys, but SDOKEDC has been killing it, man, with the quality and the type of knives that they've been coming out with. I've got so many of their knives, but I'm again grateful for DeLucy sending me 2 of these knives. This is one. I'm going to be doing another Legion Premier, another knife that we'll showcase tomorrow. But this one I had to show everybody immediately to give you guys an idea of how beautiful this blade is under $50. Now, this means nothing. This means nothing, but maybe, just maybe, I can try and show you possible width of the Tang. So there's a little gap starting right here, and I could see that it goes right here. And I assume that the width of the Tang, because it's going through this piece of brass, that the width of the Tang is from here to here. Assuming. I'm not 100%, but again, visually, I don't think you guys can see it. I can see the little opening from here to here, okay? So, that's the best I can do for now, right? That is the best I can do for now for everybody. And, as soon as I find out what the Tang looks like, everybody will know. Hopefully it'll be as soon as possible. I've already written those guys, fingers crossed, they will send me a picture and then I could show everybody. All right, troops, there we go. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this look. I can't believe my phone shut off in the middle of this. In any case, I still think that it was a pretty good video, and hopefully I showed you all the quality of this knife and sheath for the price. And I know probably a lot of you are excited to check this out. So I will get to testing it as soon as possible, hopefully within the next few days. Okay, sorry for that abrupt stop. My phone shut off again. It is hot, so these iPhones don't handle the heat very well. Let me get this done real quick, okay? Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22-a-day, hashtag 22-a-day no more. There are veterans and active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So when we're done here, go check out the comment section, the description section. There'll be phone numbers that you can call. There'll be websites that you can surf. Heartfelt message from Martin Miller. He's a Vietnam veteran, 66 to 69. Please seek the help you all have earned and deserve. Troops, Legionnaires, new recruits, let me know what you think about this blade. Really appreciate you all. At the ready, hold on.